Hello everyone. How are you doing this evening? I am Eve with the Baby's Booty, and you are welcome to join us in our live chat. Hi, how is everyone doing this evening? It has been a crazy couple of weeks. So as you all know, I went on vacation. That's why it's like past time to get a hairdo. You know how that goes. Went to the mountains. I left on the 1st of the month. Came back Thursday night, but I declared myself still on vacation until Tuesday. So I'm not going to work tomorrow, or at least I'll be doing background work tomorrow. Won't be taking orders or anything like that. But Thursday night I came back. Friday I went to the NBM Show. And then Saturday went back to the NBM Show. And if you came to Charlotte, which a couple of you did, then you had an opportunity to hang out with me for a little bit, walk around, see what was going on, sit down, have a bite to eat, and just chit chat and say hello. So it was a lot of fun. We'll go into more detail on that in a moment. So first of all, let us go ahead and say hi to everyone that's in here with us this evening. Hey, Stacy G, Diana Henderson, Shamina. Yes, we finna party, girl. Not tonight, but next week. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Lady Bowen, yes, you did make it. Thank you for joining us this evening. Miss Debbie Kidd is in the house. How are you this evening? I'm glad you made it home safely. She is also one of the awesome folks who came down to see us here in Charlotte, North Carolina. River City Creative, Tammy Croft, Elaine Dickerson, Miss Bickham. Hey, you made it home too. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Lady Bowen, welcome. We appreciate you joining us and for letting me know that you are new to our channel. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below and we'll get right to them. Miss Phenomenal Creations. Hello, Miss Debbie D. Hey, Debbie D. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Miss Ethel Smith. You get to ring the bell. She got her red line 1501. Yes. Now, guess what? Guess what, y'all? Guess what? Oh my gosh, Miss Ethel Smith, you get something really cool. Guess what you get? You get a bell ring with the new purple Baby's Booty bell. Yes, 1501. Congratulations. We got new bells, which is going to be merch available starting next week for our channel, Tuesday, hopefully. We're going to have decals, pretty cool decals to go on the front of our bells. They'll have the Baby's Booty. And they will be available for purchase so that you guys, whenever somebody gets a new baby, you get the ring with me. Yay! How cool is that? I'm super excited about that idea. I kind of came up with that one by myself. I ain't ashamed. But I was super excited. I'm like, how cool would it be for y'all to celebrate with me? I mean, you know, I like ringing the bell, but it's more fun when you ring it with me, right? We'll have bells ringing all over the world. Like I can really sing. But anyways, congratulations, Miss Ethel Smith, on your new 15 needle baby. I am very proud of you and thank you for joining the Red Line family. So let's get right back to the chat, and I want to definitely say hello to So Crafty. Byron, hello Byron, how are you? Miss Dorothy Gaston says hello, hashtag Hoop Group from the STL. Nancy Faust from Iowa, hello. Eartha Lewis, hello, how are you? You were there, Lady Bowen? You should have let me know. I was all over the place. I was at the NBM yesterday till 2:30, I believe it was, and then we finally left. I was like beat. Oh man, yesterday I was so tired. I crashed when I got home. I was like, okay. After, of course, two wonderful people came to tour the Baby's Booty Studios. But after that, I did crash. I was tired. So still a little tired, but that's how that's going to go. Jennifer Allison, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Sheila Cushenberry. Hey, Sheila Cushenberry, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. The Wife and Mommy Life, thank you for joining us this evening. Hello, how are you? welcome. We definitely appreciate you being here with us. Egypt's Quilts, so jealous. Good evening. Don't be jealous. We just got to work towards that. Everybody has to start somewhere, and we all got to work towards those totally awesome goals. And I'm here to help you work towards that. That's the point of this channel, is to show you all the cool stuff that you can do with your embroidery or with your sublimation or your bling, even a little bit of vinyl here and there, so that you can grow your business. All right. Find more than one revenue stream so that you can build up that income and achieve the dreams that you want to achieve. All right. So don't be jealous. We'll just definitely work towards that together. Deborah Lewis, hello. How are you? Elaine Dickerson, hello. Hello. Miss Ethel Smith says her baby's name is Faith. Well, Faith, welcome to the family. Faith and blessing and grateful. We just have babies all over the place with awesome names. Little Miss Boutique, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Ramirez says congratulations to Miss Ethel. Congratulations. Let us see. Debbie D, hello. Kingsbury Crafts, hello. And thank you very much. And I'll go into that now since you went ahead and mentioned it, because I definitely want you guys to know. All right. So we have officially crossed 20,000 subscribers on this channel. I am beyond floored. This is not, I did not expect this to come so quickly. I figured maybe towards the middle or the end of December. You guys, oh my gosh, here it is, just barely the beginning of November, and we are already over 20,000 subscribers. So that being the case, I'm having to speed up the plans that I had in motion for the giveaway for the channel, right? So I do have some things I will be showing you this evening. A couple of the things that we're going to be doing is a giveaway, and we are going to do the giveaway mainly over on Facebook. We're going to do some over on Facebook and a few here on YouTube, because I did get a comment from one viewer, and she was saying that she works, and so it makes it difficult for her to join us with the live. I totally get that, and it makes sense. So we'll have a few trinkets to give away over on the Facebook page, and then I can use the Facebook chat as a random picker, and then be able to pick a winner for that specific contest. And then too, the other thing I thought of is some of the things that I have available for giveaway may not apply to everybody. Some people may not want pretty bling, pretty rhinestone bling from Be Createful that we received as a giveaway. So if you're not interested in rhinestones, then you don't have to enter that part of the contest. All right. And you don't have to leave a comment on that specific post in order to be entered in the drawing for that specific giveaway. So that's why I was like, okay, I think that's the way we'll do it. But this is for next Sunday's live. All right. So there will be giveaways. There will be pop-in guests coming to help us celebrate. And we just have quite a few announcements that are going to take place on Sunday. So I'm super excited for the direction that this channel is going. I couldn't do it without you guys. I really couldn't. I mean, y'all are what makes this channel. That's just the way it boils down. So definitely want to thank you generously. Oh man, we even have some coupons from Stitchtopia. We have some, not coupons, but some gift certificates from Stitchtopia, from Designs by Little Bee. I mean, even more things coming, and I'm really excited to share all of that with you. So thank you for being a part of the 20K, and we do need to ring the bell for 20K, but I think 20K may need 2 bells to ring. What you think? I agree. Oh, wait a minute. Let's add an extra element to it. I know y'all's ears are like, ah, oh my God. Sorry. Should have warned you first. Yay! So congratulations to us, y'all. This is our channel. So thank you very much for being a part of the 20,000 subscribers. And we hope to just grow from there, especially in knowledge, in income, and in experience, and trying to get our businesses where we want them to be. So I'm really excited for y'all, because many folks have opened up their businesses to allow you guys to share in many opportunities that are coming down the pipe, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna go right back to the chat, and get in here. Miss Carol Coleman is in here. Hey, Miss Carol Coleman, how are you? Joyce Ricketts, Ronnie's Raps, Jeffrey Lancaster says, what's up, my NBM friend? What's up? I had a good time there. Angelia Baker says, hi, Eve in the Hoop Group. Hello. Elaine Dickerson says she went to the Biltmore. Awesome. The Biltmore is gorgeous. The Biltmore is absolutely gorgeous. It's been cold enough to visit the Biltmore, man. Spring is a perfect time for the Biltmore because of the flowers and stuff that they have planted there. But the winter time is nice too. So it would have been cool if it had snowed for you to see it. Dr. Threads, hello, getting ready for a snowstorm. You can have it. I don't want any snow here anytime soon. So no. Debbie Kidd says, yep, I saw the booty house yesterday, and of course I got to see Grateful. Yes, you did. It was really cool having you here, and I really appreciate you coming by to say hello. PJ Coppett says, hello, how are you? Leila Nelson, yes, it was awesome to meet you this weekend as well. That was a lot of fun. Gorgeous, and I'm hoping you're staying off of that foot. I'm glad you had the little scooter thing to help you out. Jill E says, hello, good night, how are you, Jill E? Dorothy Gaston says, yeah. Favored, hello, how are you? Contessa says, hello, everyone from Louisiana. Yes, hello, Justin is here. Hi, Justin, how are you? Leo says, jealous, would have driven back to Charlotte Saturday to get that tour. Oh no. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a Saturday thing. We didn't do that Friday, but definitely Saturday we did. Miss Phenomenal Creation says, I love their bling. I do too, man. And what makes it so bad, this isn't just the regular bling, y'all. This isn't just your that we're doing for the giveaway. This is not the $4 bling. This is the Luxe bling. This is the Luxe Hot Fix crystals. So when I tell you the bling on these stones are level 100 insane, that's the bling that we have that we'll be giving away. So if you want to experience the bling of the century, then you definitely want to enter that contest. So let's see. I can never find the Facebook page. It says, always says page not found. Oh no. So what I'll do is put a link down here, actually in the chat, so that you can definitely find the page, because we are for sure have a business page. Now I don't have a group page, so I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but I didn't want to do a group page on Facebook, but I do have a business page, and we'll put some posts there that you can put comments on in order to enter the contest for that specific prize. Okay, now I would appreciate folks being here and available for the prize, because it's more fun when somebody can say, yay, I'm here, I won, you know, and then I know I can go ahead and get the prize to you. But I understand if you can't. So we'll have to have some kind of prize where you can win even if you're not available to come to the live. But the majority of them, you have to be here, right? So hopefully, Miss Angelia, you'll be able to find it. Is the Facebook name the same as the channel? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let us see. Hey, and my Dwayne from What's Happening voice. Well, we appreciate you being here. Miss Jalil, our business instructor, is in the house this evening. Thank you, Tammy's Everyday Living. I appreciate that, and you as well, from you as well. Sorry, Miss Phenomenal Creations. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tammy's Everyday Living says it was great meeting you. Yes, I enjoyed meeting you as well. Some really nice folks that I met at the NBM show, and I'm really excited to tell you guys some of the stuff that I did get to go around and look at. I did go and say hi to Matt from the Rhinestone World. I also went to Conde Systems, and I got to go say hey to the guys over there. My favorite vinyl supplier here in Charlotte, WM Plastics, I was able to go say hi to them live and in person, although I see them just about every week anyway. I was able to go by the Tex-Mex Happy booth. Unfortunately, my Red Line folks weren't there, but they will be at the Everything Embroidery Show in Biloxi. And if you're considering going to the Everything Embroidery Show and you're near or around Biloxi and you didn't get to come to Charlotte to meet me, then you should be able to meet me in Biloxi, because I will be going to Biloxi, Mississippi, and joining Red Line down there at the Everything Embroidery Show. So I'm super excited. And that is March the 14th, I believe it's March the 14th. So if you want to meet me, then that's another opportunity that you have coming up in just a few short months, right? So I'm really excited about that too. NBM Show. So we went around, I looked at so many direct to garment printers until I was cross-eyed from that. I personally, at this exact moment in time, am more interested in transfer printers than I am the direct to garment machine, mainly because of the cost factor. So I'm trying to I'm trying to get it where we're building up in stages for our businesses, right? So we started out with small embroidery machines and we're working our way up to the larger embroidery machines, right? So we're doing the same with our sublimation. We started with our regular sublimation that we can convert over more affordably than purchasing the sawgrass. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Sawgrass is great, but some folks can't swing the cost of the sawgrass printer as well as the $300 a cartridge inks that go in it. You know, that's really pricey. So for those folks that are trying to find a more budget friendly means of making some extra income, that's what we're focusing on here. So direct to garment, they really don't have a budget conscious or small budget conscious option for direct to garment as of yet that I saw at the NBM show. All right, so you're talking about tens of thousands, you know, up in that range for a direct to garment machine. So that wasn't something I looked at. However, the white toner transfer printers are, and so we'll be discussing those in more detail as time goes, because a good friend of mine has purchased one and we're going to actually visit her studio and film the white toner printer, see how that works, and show you that side of garment decor. Really excited about showing you guys that, because I've been talking about it for a really long time and she went ahead and bought one. I did get to take Mr. Booty, so my husband went with me to the NBM show and I got to say, see, oh, this is pretty, look at how this works. And I said, yes, Mr. Guy, will you please tell him how this works? And so he was very interested and very intrigued over the white toner laser printer. So hopefully that'll be in the works for the Baby's Booty Studio at some point in time here soon. So we did get to look at that. That was exciting. We did look at some embroidery machines. We browsed all of them because several folks there that came down to meet us were interested in the industrial machines. And I wanted to show my husband the different industrial embroidery machines that were out there, which we already knew a lot of them, but just to see them working and in person, and then the huge 6-head Tajima they had out there was insane to see that up and running and how big it is. It's like, wow. So we did get to see that. And just overall, we had a really good time at the NBM show. It was a long day. Everyone was super nice. We walked away with a lot of catalogs and samples. I have some new blank vendors to share with you guys. That was really cool. There was a couple that I had never heard of before, and some of their clothing I had never heard of before, the brand name that is. So I'll be sharing that with you guys as time goes along in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to be really busy. I know there was a comment left on the channel that they were missing me and hadn't seen very many uploads, and you're right, there hasn't been. We've been really swamped, number one, with business. That was first and foremost. Unfortunately, I've been getting a lot of large orders lately, and it doesn't leave a lot of time to record videos. But what we also was doing was preparing for new Redline videos. We also have Conde Systems videos that we'll be doing. We also have videos that we're doing for the embroidery grip that will be featured on Coleman and Company. So there's a lot of other things going on in the background, videos that have been recorded but not for this channel, for other channels. So we'll be tailoring more video content for this channel as well. And we're actually going to create playlists, which we do have the majority of the playlists already there, but we're going to have a sublimation playlist, a rhinestone playlist, digitizing playlist, embroidery playlist. We're going to have a playlist for the smaller machines and a playlist for the larger machines. So there's a lot of content that we are organizing around here, trying to get that up and going, and we'll touch on that a little bit more also next week during our live celebration. So ultimately, I just wanted you guys to know that there is content coming, a lot of content coming that has to be done. It's not like I really have a choice on the matter. And it will all be tailored in making sure that your businesses run efficiently and that you know the opportunities that are available to you out there. All right, so super duper pumped about all of this. All right, so again, next week, our 20K celebration. If you can't be here, definitely check out the Facebook page. I will start posting posts next week, so not tomorrow, because my last day of vacation, self-proclaimed vacation, is tomorrow, but Tuesday I'll be putting up the posts for the different prizes that are available for the 20K giveaway, and then that way you can register or comment on the items that it is that you're wanting to win. All right, so that I told you about the prizes. I told you about the bells that are coming. That will be listed next week as well once I get the decals to go on the bells. But I also wanted to let you know about a new baby. I got a new baby this weekend, and it was totally out the blue. I wasn't intending to get this baby at all. I really wasn't. But being that for some strange reason, Walmart decided that they wanted to just eradicate their Cricut machines, I was able to get one at a really good deal. So we got us a new baby. We got us a new Cricut. And it's a big one. Well, I mean, it's the same size, but the box is big. So, woo, we got us a new baby to ring the bell for. So we'll be ringing the bell. But I had to pick it up and show it to you first. And now we'll ring the bell. Woo! Cricut in the house. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. It was a great deal. So we like great deals. Yay. So if you get you a new Cricut, new baby, definitely say something so that we can celebrate with you right now. I am going to Jalil and everyone else, Tammy's Everyday Living, let me let you know something real quick, only because I just saw it. All right, YouTube is awesome. YouTube has given us this platform to be able to learn and to teach and show everyone all of the cool things about the different avenues of our business and how we can improve. And it also has tutorials in every facet of just about anything you want to know is available out here. However, YouTube has rules and they make changes from time to time. And sometimes some of their changes just don't make sense, right? Well, in this instance, there is a change. I want to warn you guys about it because whether it's on this channel or any other channel that you're watching on YouTube, especially live, whenever you leave a comment and you use the emojis, try not to use any more than maybe 2 or 3 per comment. All right, no more than about 2 or 3, because if you do multiple emojis in one comment, they consider that spamming, and they are actively blocking people's entire Google accounts. They don't just block your YouTube account, they block your entire Google account. All right, and I cannot imagine my entire Google account being blocked. I just can't, because everything that I do in Google is in Google. I mean, my Google Drive, my email, everything. So I want to definitely let you guys know about that, not just in this channel, but any other channel that you're on. Try not to do a lot of the emojis in there. So I want to throw that in there. Sorry to, derail that train, but that's really important because I don't want to see anybody's account to get blocked. Even if you're a paying member of a channel, they're blocking those accounts too. They're blocking those accounts too. And when people appeal, they're just saying, sorry, that's just the way this system works. And they're not reinstating people's accounts either. People are having to start all the way over from scratch. So I don't want that to happen to any of you. So sorry about that, but I did definitely want to let you guys know that I love the emojis. As a matter of fact, we have new emojis, which is crazy. YouTube, this is crazy, YouTube, but we have new emojis. So for those of you who may not know, this channel has the ability to do what's called super chats. So you are welcome anytime you want to, or you don't have to. It's all right. If you are mobile or even on desktop, down near where you chat, you will see an area down here where you can hit that $sign, right? And if you hit that $sign, you can actually make a donation to this channel. Now, from what I understand, I think we get 70% and YouTube gets 30% of whatever it is that you donate. Can't remember. But we got something really cool, and whether you want to do it or not, you know, is up to you. But I thought it was really cool that even if you touch that and you don't want to do like a super chat, you can buy super stickers. So there are stickers that you can put into the chat and it'll show up, and it also gives a donation to the channel as well. Just throwing that out there because it's new, that has never been on this channel before, and just throwing it out there because it's really cool, and they're test running it on certain channels. So I'm pretty honored that they're running that as a test on my channel. So if you want to do that, that's cool. They're available. They're kind of inexpensive. They're like $2 or something like that. But if you want to, you can, and your sticker will be at the top of the chat. So at any rate, going right back to, speaking of chat, the chat. Renee Boyd, thank you for being here. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Dorothy Gaston says, Miss Eve, my grandkids say hello. Chloe and Chaz, they watch you with me. Well, hey, Chloe and Chaz, how are y'all doing this evening? Thank you for watching with Grandma. Make sure you're behaving for Grandma now, and hopefully you'll be learning some of the crafting things on this channel and help Grandma out when she is embroidering too. All right, and make sure that she posts pictures of the stuff that y'all help with so that I can see it and say, yay, that's super cute, because I know it's gonna be cute. I know it's gonna be cute because with a name like Chloe and Chaz, I know y'all make cute stuff. All right, so I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Miss Ethel Smith. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Eric Boyle says, don't forget to hit the like button. So please don't forget to hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. Tamika09, hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Favorite says, I hate that I didn't get a chance to meet you this weekend. And I do as well, because had I known, definitely would have reached out. I know from like 1 to 2 every day, I tried to make sure I was available. The first day, Friday, we were up in front of the Step and Repeat taking pictures. The second day, I should have been up at the Step and Repeat, but ended up with Mr. Angelo from the Cats on Fire channel downstairs at the entranceway to the showroom floor. And that's where I got to meet Miss Tammy. So it was nice. I definitely enjoyed being there and definitely enjoyed meeting people. It was a lot of fun. But the NBM show will be back. It's here in Charlotte every year. So I'm looking forward to meeting you there, or as I mentioned, at the Everything Embroidery show in Biloxi. All right. Lady Bowen, how long do I press the bling for? It is for 12 seconds on 350 degrees. 12 seconds on 350 degrees. Julianne, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. It's good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. Jane Kirk from Tennessee, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Leo says, when I got back home Saturday, my friend who started me in the sewing business gave me her new PE 525, my first brother embroidery machine. She decided embroidery is not her thing. Well, we still need to ring the bell because that's a new baby for you. So let's go ahead and say congratulations to you on your new free PE 525. Woo! Yes! Congratulations! PE 525 in the house. Congratulations to you. Even though sad face for who didn't want to do embroidery. I'm sorry she backed out. Sometimes you do find out that embroidery just isn't your thing, and that's why I am a huge person to tell people, advocate for folks when you're starting out in embroidery. Don't be so frustrated to buy the little machine, because if you learn on the little machine, you'll definitely be able to make it with the bigger machine. But you have to learn. Learning the basics is the foundation to everything. I mean, even as kids, we learned ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, you know what I'm saying? So the smaller machine is not that big of a deal. It'll cramp your style, but at least learn it first, then get frustrated and move up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do find out that embroidery just isn't your thing, at least that's a little bitty machine, easier to get rid of. You can put it on Craigslist. Y'all, I saw a PE, what was it? A PE 425, I think it was. It was the combination machine, SE. It was the combination machine for 150 bucks. $150, y'all. If I hadn't bought a new Cricut, I would have went and got that little machine. Because this is the thing, you can have a couple of things going on each machine at one time. So if I had an order big enough, I've had my 3 machines, the 3 little machines running at one time before. It's been done. So the smaller machines, it's nothing with getting that, and then if you decide you don't want to, let it go. It's no big deal. Do you have a link to the March show? I'll look it up and post it here in a moment. Thank you for asking that. Did you see the OKI printers, the Oki printers? Man, I said going to the NBM was the worst thing I could have done because my eyes were open to so many things. So the Oki printers is what I was talking about. What we'll be going to my friend's shop for. She has a printer similar to the Oki printer, and it uses the Oki toners, but it's a different name on the printer, but it's the same principle. It's a white toner laser printer. I keep wanting to say inkjet. White toner laser printer, and it prints white ink, and it makes it easy to print transfers. You don't have to weed anything and press them to a shirt. I've been preaching this for a while because I've seen them a long time ago, but this weekend I was able to ask all of the questions I've been meaning to ask on how it works, what's the longevity, why do you have to do this, why can't you do that, blah 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 blah. All right, so definitely excited to share that with you guys. But when I share it, I want to do a recorded video so that you can see everything in person as we actually go through the steps of creating some transfers on her printer. I don't have one yet, although we did introduce Mr. Lowry to him. So hopefully we can get a hold to one real soon. Let us see. Shonda Coleman, hello, welcome from Arkansas. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. Lori Hill says hello everyone from Canada. Welcome. Thank you for joining us from all the way up north in the cold. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. Let us see. More babies love the color. Yeah, that is a really cute color on it. Like I said, I didn't expect, I didn't even, a friend called and was like, hey, I got a really sweet deal. Are you interested? He told me the price. Yeah, I'm interested. And so he brought it to me at the NBM show. And so I got that. Lady Bowen, I wanted that cameo for $79. Still may get one if I can find it. If not, then the plan is the silhouette 4. That's the plan, y'all. We'll see how that goes. Things have been going kind of quick and crazy around here, so I'll have to see. And thank you, Miss Ethel Smith, on the congratulations. I appreciate that. April Smalley, hello everyone. I got my Epson 7724 sublimation, so that means bell time. Woo! Congratulations. 7720. That's 2 paper trays that you got to print with. So congratulations, ma'am, on your new sublimation journey. I appreciate you letting me know that. Thank you very much. And you will have a lot of fun. I love sublimation. Love sublimation. It is a lot of fun. Let us see. Scrolling on. Let me see. Yeah, that Hobby Lobby for $79 2 weeks ago, man, it was crazy. I did not know that Michaels would price match that. Definitely a sad face moment for me right now, Lady Bowen. Yeah, definitely sad. Because if I thought of that, I darn sure would have went to Michaels and got it, because Michaels is price matching the Cricut sale price. But I'm just like, you know what, if I get another one, even though I said that about this cutting machine, but actually there's a little bit of a story behind why I did go ahead and get this one. A friend of mine, little young fella who has his own, he's a record artist, rap guy, aspiring, has a couple of albums out, and he started a clothing line. But he also was working with my screen printing gentleman that I work with. And so he's familiar with screen printing and how to do that. Well, he got an account where he's making shirts and he's using vinyl. All right. So he would come to me and say, hey, I need these shirts done in vinyl. And I'm like, look, I'll save you some money. You go buy the vinyl, bring it to me, send me the files. I'll cut it out. You weed it. You put it on your shirts. And we're good. You don't have to worry about paying me. I'm looking out for you because I know how it is. You're trying to start your own thing, and I'm more than willing to help you. All right. So he's been doing that for quite some time. But recently, like last week, because I left on the 1st, so he called me on the 30th or either the 31st and was like, hey, can I get some stuff cut by Tuesday? And I'm like, dude, I'm leaving Friday. So I won't be back for a whole nother week. And he was like, oh no, I need to get these done. And he said, well, can I borrow your machine? Normally I wouldn't let my babies out of my sight, but I already had 2 Cricuts. I have a Cricut Air 2, the mint colored one. And then I had a Cricut Explorer 1. It was white that I bought myself a long time ago. And it works just as good as the Cricut Air 2. I mean, the only difference is it doesn't have the 2 where you can use a pen, but I know he'll never use that. He doesn't want that. He just wants to be able to cut vinyl. So I said, you know what, come get it. You know, don't even worry about it. Come get the machine. I'll give you the cord. You can take it. And he did. And I emailed him while I was on vacation and say, how's it going with the Cricut? You know, make sure that nothing's torn up. Because he's never used the Cricut software, Design Space, or none of that on his own, even though I showed him how to do it. And he said everything went great. He learned how to do it. He used it with Cricut Design Space. He cut out his stuff, and so he's good. I was like, sweet. Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to keep the Cricut, you can keep it $50. I'll sell it to you dirt cheap. You can just go ahead and keep it. And so because of, and this is the way I look at life, and I could be wrong, but so far I haven't been proven wrong yet. But, you know, I let this guy have something at a deal, not a steal, but it was a really good deal for a machine. It was used, so it didn't make sense for me to try and get top dollar or nothing like. And I really wasn't. I just wanted him to be able to have something that he actually paid for, but at the end of the day, it's something that's going to help his business and something that would hopefully not break his budget. And then here, this opportunity came up to get the Cricut at a really great deal. Brand spanking new. This one is the Air 2, just like what I have, just a different color. And I'm back to having 2 cutting machines again. Cricuts, 2 Cricuts, that is, because I do have the Brother Scan and Cut as well. But I really wanted the Silhouette 4, and I went to the NBM with the hopes of finding one and buying one, but there wasn't anybody that had the Silhouette 4 out there, the Cameo 4. So I wasn't able to buy it, but I do have the Cricut. And I'm excited to open the box and get her up and running, especially being that I have some templates for Rhinestones that I do need to cut out by Tuesday. So super excited about that. But that was something that if I could have gotten the Silhouette, I would have done it, especially at that price. Aaron Lipscomb, what did you miss? Not much, just briefly going over the NBM show, briefly showing some of the things that I will be giving away for free on the live 20K celebration next week, celebrating 20,000 subscribers. Super excited about that. Debuting the new bell that will be going on sale so that you guys can celebrate and ring bells with me. Super excited about that. And pretty much that's about it. Making sure that you don't spam your emojis and get your Google account blocked. Definitely wanted to reiterate that. But other than that, that's it. Hey, Patrick Quinlan, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you. Thank you. Janelle's Jewelry Boutique. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I haven't seen your name here before, so we want to welcome you to our channel. Papa says hello. Hey, Papa, how are you? I'm glad y'all made it back safely. Very happy to hear that. And thank you for watching with Mama, or listening in with Mama. Patty says, hi, new to chat, but have watched all of your videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that. A lot of times You don't know if they're helpful, so definitely your feedback is appreciated, good or bad, actually. So I definitely appreciate that. Nedra, hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I want to make sure I did not miss anything. Dorothy Gaston says, Miss Eve, they had the biggest Kool-Aid smiles. They said, yes, ma'am. Oh, man, that's cute. I hadn't heard a Kool-Aid smile in a long time. Good. Tell them babies I appreciate them watching. That's what's up. Let me see. Make sure. Sounds great. Let's see. When choosing between the Cameo and the Cricut, is there a huge difference? Tammy says. All right. So Lady Bowen says, I was told you can make bigger images with the Cameo. I have the Cameo, but was considering getting a Cricut, so was wondering if it would be a good ad. The Cricut price at Walmart was $59. It was 59 bucks. Lady Bowen, yes, it is called a blessing. It really is. Even if you got to pay a little bit is better than full price, and that's a blessing too. Ma Rabbit 4, I'm hearing I just discovered baby's booty last week. Love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for posting that information in the chat so that I would know that you're here, so that we can welcome you and that you enjoyed the video. And yes, I did ring the bell for myself. So choosing between the Cameo and the Cricut. I have been on my soapbox for a really long time about the differences between the Cameo, Silhouette, and the Cricut Explorer, or either the Cricut Maker, doesn't matter, either one. One of the biggest drawbacks that I found with the Cricut was that you had to be online. All right, you had to have internet connection in order to cut things out with the Cricut. If you did not have internet connection, then you were screwed. Well, they've changed that. All right, so supposedly by the end of the year, which they have rolled out the desktop program version that they used to have a long time ago. Now, they used to have it, they took it away, but now they're bringing it back, where you can download the software onto your desktop, and just every so often you have to log in and make sure that you're validating your account, and you can use it offline after that. So that's pretty cool. And I definitely appreciate that, because you're not always going to be in an area where you can have good internet. Like, for instance, when we're on vacation up in the cabin, there's no internet, and I do sometimes take work with me up there, because I did have my laptop up there and I was doing some work up there this time. But you can't always have internet. So I do definitely appreciate them making that move. Also, with the Cricut and the Silhouette, you're limited to 12 inches wide. Both of the machines use a 12-inch wide mat and a 12-inch wide cutting area. Now, the Cricut, you can do 12 by 24 inches long. That's why, and I thought I had one right here, but I don't. That's why the Cricut mats, you can get the square, which is 12 by 12, or you can get the 12 by 24, which is the longer mat. However, the Silhouette 4 is going to allow you to cut as long as you need to cut, 12 inches wide, but you'll be able to feed a roll of vinyl onto that machine and just continuously cut if you needed to do so. That's cool. All right, that is definitely a cool plus point for me for the Silhouette. Silhouette also has very easy to use interface for designing designs to go on your whatever project it is that you're wanting to work with. The Cricut is fairly user friendly as well. What else? I mean, both of them are cutting machines. Both of them are about the same size. However, I personally, which I haven't used one yet, so I really shouldn't say this, but I personally am really looking forward to trying out the Silhouette 4. I've heard really good things about it. So I will definitely be able to have more pros and cons feedback once I actually get my hands on one and try it out for a while. But for right now, I do have two Cricuts. I do know they work. I know they're workhorses. They are going internet, chopping the cord on the internet, which is a huge plus. I mean, because that was one of my hugest pet peeves, because you would be cutting something and be in the middle of cutting a job, and say for instance the power goes out or somebody hit the dang power pole and your internet is gone and it will stop in the middle of your cutting job, and it's a wrap. You cannot, or something happens, a lag spike, something. It was always something to stop me in the middle of my projects. Well, now with that internet part being gone, I don't have to worry about that anymore and losing that money. So the difference between the Cameo and the Cricut, not super huge difference, but there are some huge perks with each. All right. Tammy, let's see. Yeah, it was a good fit. Sorry, I just realized where I was at. Kathleen Dowling, running late but here from South Florida. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Tamika, wait, Eve, did you say you paid $59 for the Explorer Air 2? I didn't pay $59 for the Explorer Air 2. The person who bought it paid $59 for the Explorer Air 2. Yes, Walmart has marked, and I'll show you the difference here in a sec. Walmart had marked down all of their Cricuts, the mint colored one, this jean colored one, and I think a different one, down to $59. But they're hard to find them now because folk found out about them and they got snatched up. And the person who bought this one called me and he marked it up a little bit, but it was still a really sweet deal. So I did go ahead and buy it. I mean, heck, he went and got it, so it wasn't that big of a deal for me to pay a little bit extra, because I totally understand that. But if you, I don't know how, yeah, you can see it. So if you look right here, the knob on this Cricut Explorer Air is silver. All right. If you go in Walmart and you see that this knob is gold, most of their machines now in their stores, the knobs are gold. That's the newer machine. That's the newer version of the Cricut 2, that they're phasing out the silver knob one and they're going to the gold knob one. So the gold knob one is still $199, but the silver knob one was $59. So I cannot say 100% in your store if you go to it and you find it, because some stores marked it down to $139 and then some stores still had it at $199. And it was like, you just, what I suggest is download the Walmart app, and then when you go in the store, scan the barcode on the item and it will tell you the price that you would pay at the register for that item. And that's how you find it. Yeah, the mint color or this denim color that they have there, they've been marking them down. So I hope you can find it, girl, because around here, around Charlotte, all of them got snatched up. All of them. So wait, when you cut the bling sheets, you use the Cricut? Yes, I use my Cricut machine. I do use my Cricut machine. I use my hotspot, personal hotspot on my phone when I travel with my laptop. I have done that. I've done that. We actually have. In the mountains, the signal, even with the hotspot, wasn't that good, depending upon what, because we ended up having to change subscribers, not subscribers, is that the right word? I think it is. We switched from, was it T-Mobile to Verizon, because the signal just wasn't there. I forget who we were with, but even the hotspot didn't work. So, well, I mean, now at our cabin we have Wi-Fi, but we didn't have it before. And so, but yes, you can use a hotspot to tether to your laptop and be able to do stuff. But even still, I still disagreed with being required to have the internet for the Cricut. I really strongly disagreed with that, because to me that's not fair. Not everybody has the internet, right? And so it to me felt like a form of greed to force me to be on the internet just so that you can make sure I'm using your software to use your cutter when I'm going to use your software anyway. You know, you're forcing me to do something, and I'm just like, okay. And I get it. I understand. It's a business arrangement, and I totally get that, but I didn't like that. I also don't like the fact that they force you to upgrade. Kind of how your cell phone does when you get that message, hey, your phone is ready for an upgrade. Do you want to upgrade now? Or you want to upgrade tonight, 5 o'clock in the morning? And you can say, you know what? No, I don't want to upgrade. But eventually that message will pop back up and it'll just say, we getting ready to upgrade, whether you want to or not. I don't like that. I understand why you have to, but I don't like that. And I know we're getting way off of what we are supposed to be talking about. But yes, when it comes to forcing folks to do stuff, I'm Nah, bro, you don't, they shouldn't have to go to that route. They shouldn't have to. Silhouette is doing just fine, and they don't force you to do stuff. So come on, man, take a play out of somebody else's book and make it friendly for folks. But whatever, they still make their money, and that's good. And I love the equipment, don't get it twisted, because my machines work really well for me, and they've made me quite a bit of money. But there's a better way to go about doing stuff sometimes, and that's just the way I feel. But anyways, Tammy, you're welcome. My opinion and input sometimes is to some people, but I got to tell the truth. Bickham, didn't Cricut say that your designs would not be saved permanently with the offline design space? Not sure the length of time they will remain in there. If I'm not mistaken, your designs that you save to your computer stay on your computer. They don't go away. Oh my, okay, thanks for the info. I have the Walmart app. Yes. Oh man, that Walmart app, I got all kind of tips for that, but they don't belong on this channel, so I ain't going into it. But that Walmart app is a good thing. And what I'll just say is, whenever you're in the clearance sections or you see something on clearance, scan it anyway. The price still could be even lower, and I'll just put that out there. Which machine would you recommend to first starting out embroidery? All right, the wife and mommy life. A lot of that depends upon your budget, and this is something that I preach all the time. So there's a lot of different options out there. If you have the budget available and you're pretty sure, more than positive, that you'll have the business to support it, or you're sure that even if you don't have the business to support it, you'll still be able to afford it, and you're able to do a multi-needle like this, get the multi-needle like this. This machine will allow you to do all the embroidery projects you would want to do without any restrictions, for the most part. I mean, you can do hats, all kinds of structured hats. You can do visors, you can do patches on a huge frame, you can do great big embroidery, 22 inches wide embroidery. I mean, this thing has opened up so many awesome things for me that I wasn't able to do before with my smaller 6-needle embroidery machine. And it's really cool, and I absolutely love it. It works harder, it works faster than any single needle that you will find out there. All right, now that being said, if you don't have the budget to go this route, if you don't have the business, and you're not sure if you're going to have the business to pay for that machine, don't go with the larger machine. Go with your budget. Your budget is what dictates what you need to do. And unfortunately, a lot of times people will invest in, say for instance, this machine, the 6-needle was $8,000. They'll invest in that, make finance payments and stuff, and they're like, well, if I get the machine, I'll get the business. No, not necessarily. And then they're really sad, and they're having to sell their equipment because they jumped the gun. What you want to do is start out small. So if you've never done embroidery before and you want to give it a shot, you're not sure you'll like it, start with a small machine. All right, if you can swing, if you can comfortably swing, and I'm saying this especially now with Black Friday being right around the corner, check Amazon, check Walmart, and check some of the other retailers to see if you can find the 5x7 single needle embroidery machine, the 770 or the 800. It's more affordable right now. I think it's like $580, $590, something like that, or $600. It's around $600. If you can swing that, swing it. You'll be fine. 5x7 will last you a long time. You'll be able to do a lot of projects with it, and you'll be happy. You can even do some hats with it. As long as you're able to flatten the hat out, you're good. So I would suggest a machine like that. If you cannot swing $500, then do the small 4x4 embroidery machine. It's $350. You can even find them online as cheap as $200. Like I said, I found one today for $150 used. All right, so I would go that route, because if you cannot swing $500 to just go ahead and get the machine, don't do it. Don't do it. Why break your bank? It's no point in doing that when, and I had to learn that was a bitter pill for me to swallow from Mr. Lowry. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, because I'm one of them types where I'm like, okay, I see it, I want it, I don't care what I got to do, I'm gonna buy it. And that caused me a lot of financial problems throughout life. Mr. Lowry is like, no, you get what you want, but save up for it. And if you can't save up for it, he suggests I not settle, But if you can't save up for it, at least get the smaller option right now and work your way up to it. Let the small option earn you the money that you need to get to the next option, and it'll feel so much better. I promise you, it will feel a lot better if you earn the money from the small and be like, my business did so good, look at where we at now. And that's pretty much how we are here. All right, so my business and my teaching and all of that stuff helped me get to where I am now. And I couldn't be more grateful, couldn't be more honored, couldn't be more proud of what I have. All right, so that's my suggestion to you. I know I was just like, yeah. $549 for the PE 800. Are you kidding me right now? That machine used to be right at $700. So look, $549. If you can afford that, go for it. I'm trying to tell you, if you can afford it, if you can afford this, go for it. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed in an industrial machine. You won't. I'm telling you, you will not. You'll be like, oh man, I can do what? Yes, honey. Yes, you can. So yeah, you can definitely start out with the smaller embroidery machine. And if you figure out, you're like, you know what, this is just too much, I don't like it, then switch to selling it, or getting rid of it, whatever you choose to do. And it's not a whole lot of money to try to offload, because it's a lot easier to sell something for $400 that you pay $500 for than for you to sell that you paid $7,300. I mean, who really has $7,300 in cash laying around to come and buy a used machine? Well, actually, I wouldn't sell a used machine for $73, but I'm just saying. So anyways, back on to the comments. And what time are we? Oh, we right here at 9 o'clock. Cool. Bickham says, I hate that as well, but Cricut does not give you the option of now or later to upgrade. No, they don't. That is so annoying. So annoying, because it could, and it's always, because I don't log in to the Cricut thing every day just because. I log in because I need to work, and then I go to log in to try and get work done, and it's like, wait a minute, we need you to do an upgrade. It's gonna take about 5 minutes of yours. And I'm like, come on, man, I need to get this job done. It's just like irritating. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Favorite says, I think the Silhouette software is more robust than Cricut. Oh, I love the way you said that. Hopefully when Cricut finalizes the desktop version, the software will have more capabilities. We shall see. I do like Silhouette. I've downloaded it and I have used it. Julianne, but it wasn't for cutting, because you can't use it with the Cricut, obviously. But I did use it for designing something to print. So I was able to use it. Julianne says, when you cut for bling on Magic Flock type material, do you cut it a little bigger than the rhinestones so they slip in easier? When you cut all right, so rhinestone templates or rhinestone designs that are created, the holes for the designs are always cut at a set size. And of course, I don't have a rhinestone template right here to show you. So whenever we cut those out of the flock, the designer who created that design already has the holes set for the size stones that are going in that design. Okay, so a lot of your designs are generally that I purchase from, say for instance, one of my favorite is My File Addiction, and her designs, most instances are SS10s. Okay, because SS10s are a really universal size stone. It's just big enough to where you really can see the bling, but it's small enough where it's not difficult to work with. All right, so there's SS6, there's SS10 rather, and then there's also SS6, and I'll show you what the SS6 looks like, the difference between the two. Be Createful was awesome enough to send us a sample of both so that you could see clearly. So here are SS10s. Let me see if I can get it to focus on that. There we go. All right, so these are SS10 and these are SS6. Can you tell the difference in size? It's quite a bit smaller, not super smaller, but small enough. And I'm showing you this up front, close and personal, right in front of the camera lens, right? But pouring these out on the table to work with them, these little boogers are difficult to work with. They're a pain, especially when you're old like myself. 43, my eyes are starting to go, can't half see, looking and holding stuff at a distance, all that cool stuff. Yeah, SS6 is a little bit of a challenge. Young eyes can handle it, but the older eyes cannot. So SS10, SS6 are your general rhinestone sizes for designs. Now, saying all of that to say, there are set hole sizes for each one of these stones. So I know right off the top of my head that the size stone for the size hole rather for the SS10 is 0.133 or either 0.130, depending upon what designer you go with. So every hole for one of these stones in that design is already at a set size. So I don't have to do anything. When I upload the design in the Cricut design space properly, it will already have the size holes that I need, and I don't have to do anything. Now, if I were creating this on my own, then yes, I would need to go and make sure that each one of those holes are at the right size. But at least I already know what size each, I already know the hole size for each rhinestone size. And that was a mouthful. So yes, I would have to make sure that each one of them is appropriate. But in the most instances, I do not make my own because I'm not that talented, nor do I have the time or patience. So I pay other folks to make templates, custom templates for me, and they send them to me. They tell me the size stones that's in it, and I cut it the way they send it, and I'm good. And just go ahead and brush my stones in, and I don't have anything to worry about. Life is peachy. Is it a huge learning curve going from a single needle to the industrial? Yes, it is. Not so huge that you'll be in tears looking at the machine like, oh my God, where did I go wrong? It's more of a learning curve as far as the little machine tells you everything to do, and it does just about everything for you, whereas industrial, you set your parameters. Even though most industrial machines come with your hoop size parameters already set, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's just, you have to make sure that everything is done the way you need it to be done. And the reason behind that is because you're talking about mass quantities of work. That's what this machine is built for. This machine is built for you to run it to death, making 300, 400 piece orders on the regular without breaking a sweat. That's what this machine is built for. All right. So when it comes to that machine is going to have to move. It's going to have to be quick, and you don't have time for all the cute little buttons and making little things happen, and the time that it takes for all of it to be cute and making tinkly sounds and stuff. No, ain't no tinkly sounds over here. Is we finna work what you want me to do. That's what this machine is. So yes, there is a learning curve. Is it difficult? Not if you are excited about the possibility of everything that you'll be able to do with it. Now, if you're just like, oh my God, I can't. Oh, I'm just so intimidated, then you're not gonna learn. It will be difficult. But if you're going in there with like, yes, we're gonna get this going, we can work, then yes, and we'll have some tutorials and showing the differences between the two, and what you can do with this versus what you can't do with the other. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely believe. AM4 Creation says, I was just looking to upgrade my embroidery machines. Girl, it's time. Let's get that game going. We can do it. Stephanie Tim says, hi from South Carolina. Well, hello neighbor. How are you? Please make people aware the supplies are not cheap either. It's not fun to have the machine and not be able to buy those. You are absolutely correct. So that's another reason why there's a huge difference going from single needle to the industrial. Now I'm gonna tell you a quick story with that. And this even applies to my 6 needle machine, but even more so with the 15 needle machine, and the discussion that I had with Miss Debbie Kidd, who visited from Virginia this weekend. and got to meet her in person. So going from a single needle machine, when you go from the small machine, you're looking at one spool of thread on the machine at a time, embroidering, getting your job done. Okay, so you embroider your one color, okay, that's cool. You take it out, switch to the other color. You embroider your second color, okay, that's cool. Take it off and switch it to the next color, and you embroider your next color. Your job is done. All right, well, with the multi-needle machine, 6 colors, so 6 spools of thread. This little spool of thread would get eaten for lunch because it's entirely too small. So that's when we have to go with the big colossal jumbo super size spool of thread. All right, so this spool of thread is dependent upon where you get it from, and because I purchased my thread wholesale from this supplier, even though these suppliers are on sale right now for less than $2 for this size spool. This is the size spool for the single needle. This is the size spool for the multi-needle. All right, so the multi-needle machine, this is going to be a little more expensive. One of my suppliers, this size spool through Madeira, is $7.99, I believe. With these folks though, what did I tell you, my Beckham? I think it was $5.95. Hold on. Metro EMB is a new partner for the Baby's Booty channel, and they have awesome thread prices. So let's see, their big spools right now are $3.95 each. $3.95 each, which is amazing considering how much you pay for thread at Joann's, right? Am I wrong? $3.95. Gorgeous colors too, by the way, and we'll show the thread card for them here in a moment. But $3.95. So here's one spool. But when you're someone who's running a machine like this Redline, but it's multi-head, so there are machines that have 2 heads to it or 4 heads to it, where it's the exact same machine but it's 4 of these, so that you can do 4 projects at one time on the exact same machine. You're not buying just one spool of thread, now you're buying 4, because if you're running the exact same project on all 4 heads, you have to have the same color for the same project on all 4 heads. So things get more expensive. Also, let me see if I have it in here. I wanted to show y'all something. Look, hang on, I'm gonna show y'all something that's a trip. Hang on, sorry, I got folks being stupid in my chat and I just noticed that. All right, sorry y'all. Really, dude, you ain't got nothing else to do? Yeah, he doesn't have anything else to do with himself. All right, sorry about that. Didn't know we had a knucklehead in the chat. So hang on, let me take this mic off so that I can go in the other room. I want to show y'all something that's a trip, and then that way you can see, you'll be able to see the differences with this too. Hang on. All right, so, well, actually, okay. Sorry about that, but I think you'll find this really cool because I found it really cool. Sorry. Okay, so let me show you something really cool. The other big difference between single needle versus industrial machine. So on my 4x4 machine, I buy these little pre-cut squares of stabilizer. This is a super hefty 3.0 ounce cutaway stabilizer, right? And then here's another cutaway stabilizer, same size roughly, for my 4x4 embroidery machine. And here's some mesh. Okay, so with this machine, this is the stabilizer that came with this machine. This big colossal roll of stabilizer came with that machine. Stabilizer is bigger. It's not the little stabilizer anymore. So the Joanne stabilizer is not going to work anymore. So now you have to find a stabilizer supplier that you can get your supplies from. Metro EMB is excellent resource for stabilizer. This stabilizer came from them. And then I also previously, because of the 6 needle and doing blankets, I bought this stabilizer, which is even bigger. It's a bigger roll of stabilizer. So you're buying, and this one is almost done. It's about time for me to get another roll, but everything's bigger. Your thread is bigger. Your needles, well, not on the 6 needle, that uses the same needles as the single needle, but the needles are bigger. Or different, not necessarily bigger, but just different. Your stabilizer is different, is bigger. Your hoops are bigger. So you're going into the big leagues of stuff, which is why this is an option if you can afford to do. Kind of put you in the same mind as, instead of buying a little Geo Metro, you decide you want to go with the I'm not even gonna go so far as to say the Bentley, but say maybe a Lexus SUV. Your tires are going to be bigger than on the Geo Metro. You're going to pay more. You're going to pay more for your oil change. You're going to pay more for your maintenance. It's just, everything's going to cost more. So the same principle with the machinery that you get. Don't go into getting something bigger because you can afford the machine, but you can't afford the maintenance. So that's something else to keep in mind. You're going to have to be able to afford the supplies, and you're going to have to be able to afford the maintenance. So yes, it's definitely something you want to keep in mind when you're looking to upgrade. It's not just as simple as buying something bigger. You're going to have to invest all the way around. So your stabilizer, your thread, your maintenance, your supplies, bigger, more. So yes, definitely thank you to, where are you? Stephanie Timms, for pointing that out, because that is very important, especially when you're looking to invest and do more for your embroidery business. Dr. Thread says, start small and enjoy the crawl. I love that. You gave some very helpful business wisdom. Thank you very, very much. I do appreciate that. But I love start small and enjoy the crawl, because it is. If you get into that Geo Metro and you're just completely pissed off and upset because you're driving a little teeny car with little teeny tires, and you're just really upset because you really wanted that Lexus, but you got turned down with the credit. Dude, do you know how many people still walk? Do you know how many people still ride the bus? You're able to at least have something to get started to help you get back and forth to work, or to help you make this money. All right, so you have something. Don't be upset at it. Make the most of it and make the best out of it, so that you can make those boss moves as time goes on and you're making this check for yourself, and then go bigger from there. All right, use what you got and be happy with what you have, you know, because although I'm complaining about the downsides to the Cricut, but as I mentioned, my Cricut made me money. And when the opportunity came to get another one, yes, I got another one, because I know the Cricut interface. I know how the design space works. I'm already familiar with the annoying updates that they force you to do. So it's a no-brainer to go ahead and do it, and I don't have to learn anything right now. So now when I am able to get the Silhouette 4, I can still have these two guys working in the background while I'm learning the Silhouette 4. All right, and I'm not trying to get rid of anything right now, because all of this can be working and making money at the same time. So the main reason why I'm looking at the Silhouette 4 is also to teach you guys about it, because I don't know anything about it as far as how it works and whatnot. So I can't justify trying to teach something and I don't know how to use it myself, right? So we got one of our cruise instructors, Stephanie. She's been teaching Silhouette for quite some time, so I know I'll be in good hands when I get my hands on one. And we'll pass that knowledge right on to you guys. So just be patient, and definitely don't get worked up if you can't go bigger right now. It's okay. It really is, because we're still here to teach all of the equipment. That's not going to change. Melody Wilcox says, I just got off work. I was at a brother sponsored event and they said that there is a difference between machines bought from a brother dealer and Amazon. Is that correct? I did hear that there is. I know that there is, as far as the cutting machines. Definitely there is a huge difference. But the embroidery machines, from what I understand, something about there's cheaper materials in it or something. I don't know. But what I do know is I've gone to a brother dealer and haven't been able to purchase a 4x4 that's not even offered at the brother dealer. The 770 wasn't offered at the time. I don't know if they're offering it now, but the larger brother machines are offered at the brother dealer, like the Dream machine, the Epic, and the like. So I don't know that they have the 5x7, but I doubt very seriously they have the 4x4. And if so, then I'm more than positive the price is going to be more as well. So the extreme differences between the two, not sure. I don't know what they may have told you, but you're more than welcome to share. Lakeisha Wright says, hi, even everyone. I finally caught you live. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I love all your videos. Thank you. Do you think I should purchase a 610 16 needle machine from overseas? I am going to say no. The reason why I'm going, well, let me ask you this. When you're saying overseas, are you speaking of direct from the from a manufacturer overseas? And if so, what is your support going to be like? All right. So if you speak fluent Mandarin, and you want to purchase from a Chinese distributor over in China and you're buying it direct from the manufacturer and you have problems with your machine and you can communicate with them, then, you know, that could be an option. But if you can't, and their hours are completely different from ours, when we're going to bed, they're getting up. So what is your support system going to be like? That's your first concern, honestly, out of everything. Yes, you're paying more to purchase from a dealer or a supplier here, no matter what dealer or supplier you go through, but at least you will have assistance here for what you need. So if the machine acts up, you can email, you can talk to somebody, they understand you, and you can get things accomplished much easier. Not saying that you can't. If they can't completely understand you, you can work things out, but it's easier if you already have someone that you can communicate back and forth with. And then your warranty. What is your warranty going to be like? If something is not right with it, if it's a lemon, or because like with this machine, there's a 2-year warranty on some parts and a 3-4-year warranty on other parts or something like that. So if something were to happen to it, do I need to ship it back to China? Do I need to ship it back to Korea? What is my option? So when you're talking about purchasing direct from overseas, I'm going to dissuade you unless you just got that kind of money to toss around and take a risk in it not being worth working out over a period of time. Not saying that it won't, but there's a very high chance that you'll develop a problem, and how would you solve it? So if you are talking about purchasing from a person, the distributor here, like for instance, Recoma, if I'm not mistaken, is a Chinese machine. Tex Mac Happy is a Japanese machine. Those are from overseas, but you're purchasing from local folks here that can support you here. So as far as I know, there is not an American made embroidery machine. There isn't. No American made embroidery machine, because Brother, if I'm not mistaken, is even made over in Germany. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. But if there is one, I don't know who that would be. So all of that to say, just do your research, find out who has the better support system for you, what makes better sense for you and your investment in your money. What risks are you willing to take with your money? Because if you check, say for instance, Alibaba, and you can find that the machine that's $7,000, purchasing it here, you can get for $2,000 over there. If it's too good to be true, sometimes it usually is. So just be careful. Tamika says, love your shirt. I want to get into working with rhinestones. We are here to help you do that, my dear. All you got to do is check out our videos or ask questions, and we'll be more than happy to help you get on the road to the bling fantasticness that is doing rhinestones. I absolutely love it. Hey, Marge Campbell, how are you? Welcome. Real Red Zebras, where can I buy the flock material? I will drop that link in, I think that link is already in the description below for Be Createful. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and drop the link for it here. Actually, I shouldn't have closed that. I need to drop all of these links actually in the description, but I'll go ahead and put Be Createful in down here, and that way you can check them out. They do have, I have an affiliate link as well for them. If you purchase your first purchase from them, you get 10% off. I know they're running a Black Friday sale. There's a sale right now on their supplies. So if you're going to buy anything, now is the time to buy it because everything's on sale. But normally your first purchase will have 10% off through the link that I provide right there. And then someone else asked about the everything thing embroidery market. So here is the generic link to the Everything Embroidery Market, and they will have their schedule up as they release it. And the Biloxi, Mississippi show link is in the upper left hand corner if you're interested in that. And the Metro EMB, let's get you the link to that. I don't have an affiliate link with them as of yet, but doesn't matter. You still, a deal is a deal. Their thread is gorgeous, so I have linked that as well. Debbie Kidd, you have to thread your own needles. Yes, that is another downside to having to switch from your home domestic embroidery machines. Domestic is the word I need to use. Domestic machines have all the fancy bells and whistles and tings and rings and color screens and blah blah, which the red line has color screen too, but all of that fancy stuff, and it can thread its own needle and blah blah, where you can't do that with that one. We're industrial now. These are big boy pants, and this is like straight legitimate business type stuff going on with the industrial machine. Don't you love the wizard for making sure all the holes are the exact same size and shape? Sweet. Yes, I do, with the exception of if I have two different sizes, I'm having to learn how to do the two different size one again. I can't ever remember how to do that. Thank you for answering the rhinestone size. Makes a lot of sense. You're welcome, Julianne. Do you have a video that shows you doing it on Design Space? I do, Lady Bowen. It is Rhinestone Template, I think is the name of it, but check the Rhinestone playlist and it should be there. And Real Red Zebras, like I mentioned, I dropped the link in the chat where you can purchase flock material very affordably, and as I mentioned, it is on sale at the moment, so definitely check them out. What format does the embroidery machine use? The red line uses the DST, which most embroidery machines use DST format, and DSB is also the format for that machine, but mainly DST. Stacy G, Minty design on my hand. It's supposed to be. I did it myself, so I was just playing with the henna stuff and was like, let me play with it. So yes, I was playing with the henna stuff, me and my daughter. So yes, Metro EMB, yes, Nedra, that is correct. Naysayers, yes, we don't like naysayers. Where did you get the thread for $3.99? So that is in the chat, Metro EMB. Can you check their prices on stabilizers? I sure can. Oh, there we go. 18 by 50 yards at Metro is about $34. Cool. Jennifer Greenfield, hello, welcome. It's okay. Welcome, welcome. Scooby-Doo, hey Scooby-Doo, I hope you didn't miss me. I love seeing you whenever you come in. I hope you're doing okay. Byron F says silhouette is not hard to learn. That's good to know. Good to know. Dr. Thread says good night, everyone. It really enjoyed the chat, and we always enjoyed you being here with us. Scooby-Doo says I may get the Epson F570 waiting until January to see it at the show. And that's the Sublimation printer, correct? I think. So let me know if that is. Want to see more reviews on it? Yeah, that would be nice. No made in USA embroidery machines. So that's the thing. A lot of times folks get frustrated, you know, and they're saying, I don't want to buy a machine made in China. I don't want to buy a machine. And I'm like, none of them are made here. So it really kind of don't make a difference, you know. But the thing is the support that comes with it. These guys have been phenomenal. I mean, even when I was like, duh moment, they were still just as cool, walked me through it. Just really nice. Anybody know of a brother dealer in South Florida that doesn't have an attitude? Our local is not very pleasant, and I've heard that a lot too. So fortunately, the one close to me is totally awesome. So definitely, you know, you can check out Lee's Creative Sewing and Vacuum in Charlotte on Ray Road. It's the only one in the area now. So they are awesome sauce, and you can let them know that the baby's booty sent you. They're really cool peoples. Let's see. I thought Melco was a USA company. I think you're right. Hold on, I have to look that up. Hi from Australia. Just bought myself a brother, a domestic. Hello, Wendy. How are you? Congratulations. Let us. Melco is in Colorado. Okay, so they're local. Do they manufacture there? Designed in USA. Okay, so there is one USA embroidery machine. There's a little bit of proprietary stuff with Melco too, though. From what I understand, you have to have their laptop in order to drive their machine. Something about you can't, like these machines you can use with any laptop, but with them you have to have their specific machine with their specific program on it or something like that. And I meant to go by their booth and talk to them and ask them questions about that, but I forgot, ran out of time. But I do know folks who use Melco and they absolutely love it. So there is one American option. Wendy, congratulations. We're going to ring the bell for you. Congratulations on your domestic. Woo, how many needles you got there, Wendy? I would love to know. And congratulations on your machine, my dear. It's going to be a lot of fun. Marge Campbell says, if when connecting a new color or Kona thread, tie using a square knot, it will pull through the size 11 needles. Yes, I do pull them through. I don't pull them through the needle hole itself, but I do pull it the rest of every other step. Pull it through and change thread. Ain't nobody got time for all that changing. So yeah, that is interesting to change all of those colors. But I love the 15 needle option because once I set certain colors up there, I can just switch them every so often. But for the most part, they'll stay set in one spot. It is the 24-inch Sublimation printer. Okay, that's what's up. Oh my gosh, 24 inches. That is huge. Let us see. Oh wow, just one. Yeah, just one. It just came out, so no experience yet, but it is 24 inches so far. Awesome reviews, but I want to handle it myself. So Scooby-Doo, is that the one where it has the tanks, where you don't do cartridges, you do the tank? Because I've heard a lot about that. And if that's the same one, I didn't know it was 24 inches, so that would be pretty cool. But I'm in the same boat with Miss Bickham. I have so much stuff. It's so much stuff in here in the studio, but there's a couple of things that I really feel we definitely need, and another sublimation printer or a newer one isn't one of those things. So we'll definitely look into that. Don't forget, last year Melco told us that they will only allow their techs to work on their machines. Also, their license is non-transferable if you want to sell. And hello, Terry Ponce. Now I have seen instances where some kind of which way the machine was transferred to a new owner. Now, how that worked, I don't know. She didn't say that she bought a new license, but she didn't say she didn't either. So, but I do remember him telling us that that was a trip to find out. So I showed y'all one more thing I did want to show y'all that was really cool. So the biggest project that I worked on so far with the red line, because as you know, there's the biggest hoop over here is 22 inches by 19, I think 22 inches, whereas over here the biggest I could do was 12 inches. It wasn't even 12, it was 11 point something. So the biggest thing I was able to do over here was really neat, because I actually combined two different processes to make it. So I had a request for a blanket to be done, and for the first time ever, I was able to do all of the embroidery from all the way up here, all the way down, and all the way across without having to rehoop anything. How cool is that? And this picture was sublimated. So I got white fleece, sublimated the fabric, and then appliqued the fabric to the blanket. And I digitized this frame, created this frame idea. I know it's not the most attractive, but spur of the moment what I came up with, and made it an applique blanket with a photo. I thought that was super cool. And I technically could have appliqued it and then sublimate it, because come to find out the fleece is decent to sublimate, but it was easier to sublimate on the white fabric by itself and use it as an applique to make the blanket. But I thought that was like super awesome that I was able to do the whole darn blanket without having to rehoop. That was just like beyond. And I had to do 2 blankets, because with this set it's the exact same thing, because this person gave this person half their liver or kidney or something, liver I think. So either way she shared her organ with the other one, so they both get a blanket, and that's why it says bonded at the bottom. So at any rate, y'all, that tickled my fancy. Tickled my fancy that I did not have to rehoop, because when I tell y'all I be struggling, y'all know I hate math. I'm not good at it in the least little bit. So to sit there and be like, okay, 2 inches down is where I want the next line, and then 2 inches minus 3 is where the next, I didn't have to go through none of that, because the machine was big enough to handle it. I was like, hey, go me. I love it. Go red line, go grateful. So yeah, it's like, a world of difference. That was a lot of fun. That was really cool. So I'm looking forward to making bigger projects on here. The next project I have bigger is on that machine. I have the in the hoop baby bib pattern and the in the hoop burp cloth. Now I'm cool for the most part with the baby bib pattern that I make in the hoop on this machine, and it's okay, but the burp cloth to me is just too small. I hate making the burp cloth over here because it's too small. So I'm excited. I found a larger version of the bib and burp cloth, and we're going to try that over here. So hope to do a video of that. So yeah, super excited for the Epson F570. The ink is only 18 per color, and it fills the tank. Sweet. Okay, yeah, so that's a neat one. I need to look into that, but I don't intend to upgrade that just yet. Thank you, Tammy's Everyday Living and Jennifer Greenfield. I appreciate that. Amina, hi everyone new, just listening in on the information. Well, thank you, Amina. We appreciate you being here. We will be wrapping up here shortly. We got a little bit more time, but it won't be too much longer, and I'll quit bothering y'all. Maria Irvin, hello, welcome to your second live. We appreciate you being here as well. Jennifer Greenland, I use Epson Echo Tank for sublimation, avoids the chip replacements. We don't even want to talk about chip replacements. That's annoying, but it is what it is. Has its own tanks and some real coolio additions to it. I'm gonna have to look into it. Don't. You tempting me, Scooby-Doo. You tempting me. Let's not tempt me. Let's not tempt me right now. Stephanie Timms, the square knot also clears dust from your tension areas. Positive action. Please don't pull thread out backwards. Don't ever pull thread out backwards from any machine, actually. So yes, for sure, but I didn't know that it clears the dust. So that's neat. Didn't know that. Let us see. That's way better than the inks for the Sawgrass printer, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, it can be. Aaron, good night to you. Will, hello, welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. Scooby-Doo says, I'm not paying that much for an 11 by 17 printer plus adding the bypass tray to make it 13 by 19. No thanks. You talking about that Sawgrass? Yeah, that price is a fool. Kathleen Dowling, thank you. Remember the red line? Have you used it yet? No, I have not used the red line yet. Not as of yet. Tamika, the Epson F570 is sublimation. It is sublimation. Eve, that blanket was sublimated. Just the picture, yes. And it was the picture was on a separate piece of fleece, a white fleece, and I sublimated the picture on the separate piece, and then embroidered the blanket, and then appliqued the picture onto the blanket. So it was same fleece, it's just white instead of the blue. So yes, it was sublimated. I didn't think there was a live tonight, Marianne. No, that was last weekend. I didn't do a live last weekend because I was on vacation in the mountains enjoying myself. So yes, I did miss y'all. Let me see. Uh-oh. See my tutu license to dance. I'm sorry, it's buffering. Hopefully everybody is not buffering. So when you use the printer, you don't need to use the Cricut ink. Amina, what do you mean when you use the printer? You don't need to use the Cricut ink because, oh, wait a minute. You're talking about, okay, so when you're doing sublimation, thank you guys for letting me know it's not buffering for y'all. Amina, when we do sublimation, I don't use Cricut ink. The only thing I would use the Cricut for is to cut out around the design. But printing it out, I use sublimation ink in the Epson printer, what I have, or any other Epson printer for that matter. Now Cricut does have, what is the name of that Cricut stuff, Will? It's Cricut. It's not called sublimation at all. I forget what the name of it is. What chip issue with the Epson printers? Andrea, in most instances with the Epson, you have to convert it with aftermarket empty cartridges, and the aftermarket empty cartridges have special chips on them. See, most of your printers, and this is going into a whole nother arena, printers make their money not off of the printer, they make their money off of the ink. So they count on you coming back to constantly buy the ink that goes with that printer. So Epson has chips on their ink cartridges that are made specifically for that Epson printer, and it tells the printer whenever the ink is running low, and it sends you the message on your computer or whatever and tells you, hey, your ink is getting low, you need to buy more Epson ink. And if you put ink in there that's not Epson, it'll say you're not using genuine Epson ink, we can't guarantee your printout, do you want to continue type stuff. So people have come up with chip resetters that either are built onto the cartridges and you can press a button and reset the chip to make the printer think that you're using fresh cartridges of ink, or the chip is just going to reset itself when the printer thinks that the printer is out of ink and it doesn't recognize that ink cartridge anymore, so you put it back in. It's crazy what you got to go through, but it's worth it because it keeps you from having to pay $300 a color for other printers that are out there. So that being said, that's why there's an issue. Infusible ink, thank you. Yeah, we don't have to use the infusible ink with the Cricut because we just use the regular sublimation ink. But that is the chip issue. So if you're getting the new printer that Scooby-Doo is talking about, the where is it, the F570, then it comes with empty tanks and the sublimation ink. Epson saw that everybody was like, hey, we're going to convert this printer, and Epson was like, dude, we're losing money. We're not selling any more ink with these 7720s. We're selling tons of 7710s and 7720s, but no ink. Come on, we need to jump on this sublimation bandwagon. So Epson came up with their own sublimation printer so they can pull folks back to buying their sublimation ink. Smart move. Not even mad at them for that. The printer is a little more expensive, but it was a smart move. So you don't have to worry about the chip at that point because it's made for you to use sublimation ink with their printer. Sheila Cushionberry, couldn't you have sublimated the pick on the white square area of the blanket, or was it easier to apply for placement? The white square area is a triangle on this particular blanket design, and I wanted it to be a square. Yes, I could have done that. That was a feasible alternative. But because I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to place, where the center was and how that was in relation to the placement, I just decided to do it that way. And it allowed me to, you know, do a little applique frame around it, or, you know, try and be a little bit creative with doing that. But yes, I could have sublimated it directly on that blanket because fleece is polyester, so you can sublimate on fleece. Did she, wait a minute, are you talking to me? Maybe not. Just realized the name and met you Saturday before I left. Oh, yes, she was there at the table using the Cricut pens to sublimate. Probably. Hello, Dorothy Thomas. How are you? Welcome. Hey, Marianne Lear. Welcome. For the CISS system has a white button on it and will reset it for you. It does reset the chips for that. The continuous system, it doesn't resolve the issue, but as Will pointed out, there's a white button you push and that resets it. Whereas the individual cartridges, you have to wait on the printer to say, we don't recognize these cartridges anymore. And then you take the cartridge out, make sure that it's filled back up above the brim, and then put it back in, and then you can start printing again. So just if you do go with the 7710 or the 7720, please be sure not to update your firmware, because Epson has said, okay, we finna fix this problem, and they're sending out updates that are bricking people's printers and causing the printers to not take those aftermarket cartridges anymore. So please do not update your firmware. Yeah, with the new Epson, they have their own sublimation ink. That is correct. Hubby loves the fact that it's bigger and no conversion. Yeah, most people appreciate not having to do the conversion. Will said that printer is a couple of thousand. No, I didn't know how much it was. Lakeisha Wright, thank you for your answer. I will continue to do my research, but I did find a few that I like: Fue, Tajima, and Ricoma. Awesome. And someone said they have a Brother Pro, but you have to buy two, which I thought was kind of crazy for that price. Okay, nice. You're welcome. I appreciate you even asking. You didn't have to. Let us see. I think that's it. Yep, that's it, because y'all are talking to each other on that. So one more time, just a recap before we leave, because we got 15 minutes and then I'm going to be out so that I can crash and do some back end work tomorrow and finish preparing for next week. All right, so next Sunday, 8 p.m., Lord willing, and the creek does not rise, we will have a 20K blowout episode live here at the Baby's Booty Studio. So we will have some special guests coming in to visit us live here, folks that have been on the channel before, so they're going to make a repeat appearance to celebrate with us. Super excited. Will, you and your 400 earrings, I'm trying to tell you, you are working it over there. We are going to have many things to give away, from gorgeous luxe rhinestones from Be Createful. We have gift cards from Stitchtopia. We have gift cards from Designs by Little B. We have gosh, what else? I have some sublimated baby's booty trinkets to give away. We also will be having bells for purchase Tuesday. Starting Tuesday, they will have our decals on it so that you can celebrate with us whenever folks get a baby, and you can ring the bell with us. And they are purple, the signature color of our channel. So super excited about that. We also will be bringing out a couple of other really cool things to to give away on the channel. So super looking forward to celebrating with you all. So make sure you go by Dollar Tree, get your party blowers, your party hat, order your baby's booty signature bell when they go on sale on Tuesday to celebrate with us. Please be here to join in with us and see all the folks that are coming by to say hi here at the studio and show our appreciation here for each one of you. That's the whole point in what we're going to be doing next week, because without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't be here. So a lot of gratitude to you all for that. I enjoyed talking with you guys tonight about the differences between the machines. I did forget to show you some of the thread options available. These are the color cards, the colors to the thread I was just showing you from Metro EMB that I linked in the chat box. So if you're interested in buying some of their gorgeous thread, look at these colors. Oh my God. And the colors are more vibrant in person than they are on this color card. If you don't believe me, ask Miss Debbie Kidd and ask Miss Bickham. They will let you know. The colors are amazingly gorgeous. I absolutely love the colors of these thread. And the funny thing is, I even have some metallics that I didn't get to show them, but we'll get to play with them here on the channel. We got some new content coming out. All of it is instruction based. We'll have some instructions on the smaller machines coming up. Really excited about that. We have more large plans that we're going to be doing on the red line. We have our saddle blanket I didn't get to do yet that we'll be doing on the 6 needle machine with our embroidery grip. So looking forward to that. We also have some tutorials coming up with Chroma, learning digitizing with Chroma, digitizing software. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything before we leave tonight. And ultimately, it's just really looking forward to celebrating with y'all next week. I'm trying not to blow the budget getting all this fun stuff to give away, but I don't see doing it any other way. It's just we have to have some fun with this, and I'm really excited and I'm very grateful, because I would have never in a million years thought that I would reach 20K subscribers on this channel. I never would have imagined that. So again, my gratitude and graciousness and thankfulness to you all is just more than I can ever thank you for. So I appreciate you all. Lakeisha, if you want to show what you have done, you can do one of two things. You can either join us at thebabiesbooty.com at the hoop group. At the top, you can click on join the hoop group and we'll bring you in, and you can post pictures there. If you would much rather send them to me separately, it's thebabiesbooty@gmail.com, and you can email me there any pictures that you would like to share. This is not an issue. Definitely look forward to that. So for sure, that is one way to send it. And is there anything? One beg. I would like to beg y'all for something, please. Please. The cruise will start classes November 15th. That is correct. The classes, to register for the classes, will be November the 15th. If you have a picture that you have taken with me, like we've met in person and you have the picture, please send it to me. thebabiesbooty@gmail.com. I have a project coming up. I would absolutely love to have a picture that I may not have. Like, I'm more than positive I was with someone this weekend, they took the picture, I didn't, so I don't have the picture. So if you have any pictures where we've taken pictures together, please forward them. I would love to have them, and look forward to showing you all what we can do, or what we're going to do with that project. The list of classes is at customcraftcruise.com. Oh Lord, why ain't it typing? Hold on. Custom, nope, that did not work. customcraftcruise.com. customcraftcruise.com. You can go there. The list of classes will be on there, but the list of when the classes are and how much the classes are is not up yet. That will be up on the 15th. All right, so I thank you all. My Rebecca is in the chat right now. I'm getting ready to close out. We got 8 more minutes, but it is past time for me to go. Tired and ready to go to bed. So I'm looking forward to joining y'all next week. Come on, make sure you got your party hats. Make sure you got your bell. Make sure you got your noise makers, and make sure you got your confetti. You may have to vacuum after the show. I'm sorry about that, but make sure you got your confetti. And come join us next week for a party for 20K followers. All right, so I'm really looking forward to that. And thank you, Scooby-Doo. Be blessed, to be kind to one another. Definitely appreciate that. And I really look forward to having a good time with you guys next week here at the Baby's Booty Studio. So thank you again for joining us this evening. It was always a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you next time. All right, so until the next time we see you, we want you to have, if you do embroidery, happy embroidering. All right, have a good night. Bye.